What if the real reason you stop losing body fat has nothing to do with food or workouts and has everything to do with what happens in between those things? People don't struggle with fat loss because they don't know what to eat. Of course, you might struggle with food ideas from time to time, but if we're being really honest with ourselves, most people know exactly what and how much they need to eat in order to lose weight. The real reason they struggle is because life just gets so chaotic. Something unexpected happens and suddenly the whole plan falls to pieces. One late night at work, one bad sleep, one argument with your partner, one weekend where everything snowballs and you start telling yourself, I've ruined it now. Then Monday becomes next Monday and next Monday becomes when life calms down. Little spoiler alert here, life never calms down. You just learn how to navigate the chaos in a different way. That's what this video is all about. Creating consistency in the real world. The world where you work, you're tired, maybe you have kids, you're stressed, you want a break from just thinking about things, and you're not willing to sacrifice your entire life to lose a few kilos. I wouldn't want to do that for myself, and you don't have to do that either. I coach hundreds of people every year and everyone thinks they're struggling because they're bad at sticking to things. They're not. They just don't have a system for when life gets unpredictable. A plan that bends instead of snaps, like I mentioned in my previous video. On screen right now is my favourite visual for what consistency actually looks like. Most people think consistency means perfection every single day. But real consistency looks more like this. Some days everything is on point. Some days it's just about getting a walk in. It's showing up day after day and stacking small wins. That is what creates results. So let's break this down, how you actually do that for yourself. Your consistency isn't built on big actions. It's actually built on tiny recoveries. Everyone focuses on what they do when things go right. I'm far more interested in how quickly you can reset when things go wrong. Let me give you a little example. One of my clients has a busy job, 2 kids, one of those jobs where the phone never stops and they're in constant meetings and barely any time to have lunch. He said to me, Alex, I'm so good Monday to Thursday, but Friday hits and it just all falls apart. Drinks, takeaways, late nights, and then Saturday becomes a write-off. Does that sound familiar? I told him, you don't need a perfect Friday night. You can still enjoy yourself. What you do need is a stable Saturday morning. That's the skill. Not avoiding mistakes, just recovering quickly. And within 2 weeks, his entire pattern changed. Because consistency isn't lost on Friday. It's actually lost when you wait until Monday to fix what happened on Friday. So here are 3 skills that I want you to use so you can stay consistent even when life punches you in the face, which it's gonna do. Skill number 1 is your bare minimum week. Most people try to follow their perfect week, even during the chaos of life. And that's like trying to run a marathon during a heat wave with no water. So you need your full plan, but you also need a bare minimum version of that plan. So if your normal plan is to do 10,000 steps a day, your bare minimum is to hit 6,000 steps a day, no matter what. If your normal plan is to do 4 workouts, your bare minimum is to do 2 20-minute workouts. If you normally track absolutely everything and can't keep up, just track the 1 meal that usually derails you. Your bare minimum plan is your safety net. You'll usually find you end up doing more than the bare minimum anyway. Skill number 2 is the 12-hour reset rule. I love this one. You get 12 hours to reset no matter what happened. Bad meal, reset in 12 hours. Drank more than you'd planned, reset in 12 hours. Stress ate chocolate at 9 p.m, reset in 12 hours. Most of these things happen at night, so you can sleep on it, wake up, and you're back on track. All you're doing is shortening the gap between I slipped up and I'm back into my routine. And the closer you can get that gap, the better your results will be. If you can reset within 12 hours, fat loss becomes really predictable. You never fall far enough behind that you create a negative cycle. You're always nudging yourself back into a positive one. Skill number 3 is reducing all or nothing thinking. This is the silent killer of progress. People don't say, I had one off-plan meal. They say, I've totally ruined it now. And then the entire weekend disappears. But if you eat well 90% of the week and have 2 moments that are off plan, you'll still make progress. If you eat well 50% of the week and spend the other 50% spiraling because you feel guilty, you won't get those results. It's all about not letting a bad moment become a bad week. So just remember, the smooth weeks feel great because they don't teach you anything. Progress is built during the weeks where you really didn't do it as you wanted to, but you still managed to do something. Those weeks shape you far more than the easier ones. And once you can realise that, you can handle the messy weeks and stay on track. Fat loss suddenly feels doable. You stop quitting, and when you stop quitting, everything changes. A great example of this would be another client of mine, Helena. She genuinely thought she needed to stop having her weekend takeaway completely if she wanted to see results. But it's something she looks forward to. It's her family thing. It's not just a meal, it's a moment where they all sit down together and enjoy themselves and enjoy some food. She came to me saying, maybe I shouldn't be having this at all. But that wasn't the actual problem. What she needed was a bit more intention behind what she was doing, picking her moments, making slightly better menu choices when she needed to. But she absolutely didn't need to cut out the whole thing that she loves and she loves to do with her family. Instead of restricting it, we worked around it. So here's the best part. This would normally have turned into an entire weekend for her, takeaway Friday, Saturday and Sunday, same thing, following the same pattern, but not anymore. Now she goes out, enjoys the night, has a meal, and the next day she gets straight back on it. Normal breakfast, steps, maybe does a workout, she's straight back into her routine. And that's exactly why she looks like this right now. She didn't get results like this because she stopped her entire life. She actually got results like this because she stopped spiraling. If you want proper structure around all of this, simple workouts, step targets, personalized calories, and daily support from me, join the next waitlist of our 6-week shred challenge. This is actually where Helena, who I just spoke about, started with us. She joined a 6-week shred challenge last January and has gone from strength to strength ever since. So our next January 6-week shred fills up really fast and it's the perfect way to start your year strong. So the link's below if you want to join the waitlist. And if your weekends are where you struggle, the takeaways, the drinks, the social plans, the I'll start again Monday, then the next video is going to help you put an end to that negative cycle for good.